Yeah, I don't understand the lights. Also don't understand why the lights next to the runway stick this far out of the ground and you can crash your plane and your car and truck and everything else into them. That seems dangerous. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Gee, all right there, C2S. Holy shit balls. Hold on. I'm getting yelled at here. There you go. There's your birds. C2S is here as well as C2S. Mr. S is here as well as Mr. S. Stream Elements is also, well, joined some of the streams. Someone bloody random. What's up? Lock Watcher. Gassy Masher was here earlier. He had stepped out. Frankie 78. Slippy Fish. Franco Walker is here. Why is that a different color? That's unusual. Okay. Kevin Hardesty. Did I get Maurice? I don't think I got Maurice. Who else? Boink was in here. That stream thing kind of got a little wonky. Hey, what's up, Andy? Nearly late. Nearly. All right. So I did get the hardware in. I also want to check the timing cover because I feel like it may actually be 2.5. And we're actually going to check the specs on that because we may replace those two bottom bolts. They may be a little bigger. A little bigger. What's up, Jacques Attack? Okay, so if you're new here, we derp around for a couple minutes and then we get to engine stuff. So why don't we first take a phone call? Hello. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna do some double checks here today too. Yeah, we're gonna pull the distributor cap off. Just I gotta fucking see what's inside of that thing anyway. Yeah, just timing stuff. Yeah, all right. Okay. Right there. Cheers, everybody. That's one step to getting better. All right, and we got we'll drop a, actually, we're gonna do that again. Then we're gonna drop a vertithermal woofle, and then we'll get to putting stuff together. Oh, wow. Jack Attack going through them all. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. I got some water right here. Franken beans. All right. Why don't we do the vertithermal woofle thing? Get that to the right screen. Grab the woofler and the electric lighter. How much butane is there any? I think it's pretty much out of butane. Yeah, we'll see if it works. I'll fill it up eventually. Number one. Number two. One for Freddy. One over here. Making a little mess. Yeah, definitely need some Freon. Fucking die if it was Freon, like literally. Need some butane. Web Debbie, what's up? Welcome. What is Steamy Laments? Don't know. What are laments? Isn't that like a thought, an afterthought or something? You lament about something? My hands are, I'm probably just thirsty. I drank a lot of water today. I was outside working Working on a Cummins diesel today. Had to do a heater grid on it. Pull half the top end of the engine apart. Yeah, it was fine. Okay, we got that. We got the vertithermal wooful. Can move the layer. Are we done over here? The phone can stay there, and let's take the vapes. And overhead. And I did move the chat to over here, so it's not doubling up over here for some people. So I'm having some problem. My overlay, or well, my scenes, sorry, in OBS, something's weird with them. I think some are copied and pasted wrong or something, because like when I change some of them, it changes the other ones too. It's like, you're all locked in place. What the French is toasting on? Brr. Took apart your old UPS today? What's wrong with it? Just needs a battery? Let's see. Before we put the pulleys on, let's investigate these. I remember we came up with thinking, oh no, that's right. No, these did thread good. It's just that I couldn't get them super tight because of the ultra tiny fucking Allen key. That's what the issue was. All right, so we'll leave them. We'll leave them. Those would be good then. That's right. I remember I couldn't get them when I tightened them. I was like, but that was, I believe that was because the Allen head is just too fucking small to like put any kind of actual torque on there. Okay, let's try to get the pulleys on finally. The case was all rusted from acid. Oh. They laughed at my crayon drawing. I laughed at their chalk outline. That's beautiful. That should be on a shirt. Actually, it probably is on a shirt. This is America. Those just go through, right? Yeah, there's all the way through. So 10 mil should do, I think. Why do these have such big ass holes in them? I don't understand what they did to this kit. Maybe are you supposed to use these sloppy fucking holes for tensioner? Those are good for some big French toasters, let me tell you. Open the dirt. Really wonder about. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna get this on distributor. This isn't. Nothing here is in the way of the distributor. But yeah, we're gonna do that after we get this on there finally. We clearly have the correct hardware because it's working. But like, look how sloppy that is. Like that's. It's not. I'm really that impressed with this kit. That's not a Stirling issue. Stirling is its own issues, but I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we landed in the middle of revisions with parts versus engine versus instructions. I mean, I'm going to tighten it down where everything's lined up, but it's not great. Motor ran. Boom. Okay. What's up, Alma? The only hope I have is that these heads will sink into the aluminum just enough to keep this from slipping. The pulleys are lined up pretty much dead nuts. And yes, that is a technical term, okay? Fernal 450 diesel has spark plugs. Or Farmall. Why did I say Fernal? Why does it have spark plugs? What's up, Josh? How's your cat like that, was it spearmint gum? I watched that a little while ago. Josh's kitty got to try to sniff out and see what spearmint gum's all about. Alright, that's really tight. So hopefully that won't move. That gets us there so far. With those two screws. At least the screws match. Are you staying? Because we can't do that. I'll turn that down a little bit until the music goes away. Alright, we got that. We got the timing cover on. That's on the front. Alright, let's see what's up with this under this distributor. First, let's see if we can get it to TDC. That's and those are both closed. So that should be at cylinder 1, I believe. Yeah, that's one hell of an ice cream truck. Back up. The ice cream trucks around here usually play Christmas music in the summer. I guess it was cheap. They probably, like, I imagine they, I wouldn't be surprised if they found like a Christmas lawn ornament that makes noise and hooked it up to their Christmas truck or something like that. Let's see what's under this. Huh? Oh, there's the contact. Yeah, it makes sense. That's right at cylinder 1. Yeah. Okay. So this whole thing spins, I guess. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay. Over to 1. Alright, well, that's cool. Man, that makes sense. Like, because, on a normal in a distributor, it's just air and a little rotor. But on a distributor this little, you are going to have space limitations. So that makes sense to use up that space like that. That's actually really fucking good. Like, a lot of people probably wouldn't even think of that because they're just so used to there just being space in a distributor. I mean, I'm seeing some cool stuff in here, but it's just, like I said, I feel like we got caught in between versions. I'm hoping this thing runs. Like, I know I'm putting it together right. I just hope they got all their shit together. Oh, and we got to adjust the valves because we finally got the, too tight. We got the correct, little feeler gauges. Fuck. Water. Let me get some water. Yeah, I don't understand the Christmas music. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's cool. Got that. That's locked in. That is pointed directly at cylinder 1, so we are basically atop dead center. Yeah. According to the little blicky on the bottom, or on the crank. Okay. So if these are, so now we have to go through the painful. Is that so loose? Oh, okay. The whole thing's loose. All right, now we have to go through this painful process of adjusting these valves. As we go, we have to obviously figure out which ones are open and closed. So there's going to be a lot of spinning, a little bit of adjustment, a lot of spinning, a lot of adjustment. A lot of probably there might be a little bit of readjustment in there too, because these tighten down a little. little wackadoo. I actually don't know how I'm going to hold that. Do these work? Oh, okay. Well, not holds, but I need to tighten. I don't believe we have a super tiny wrench. And oh, wait a minute. We got this. Does this work? That might work for us. It does fit. 5.5. Nope, definitely a 5. Okay, so we have an option. Alright, so let's get the feeler gauges. In New Zealand, the ice cream van has some cheesy music box too. Yeah, most of them have like derpy music. Oh, yeah, they have they got the Christmas stuff going on there. There's so much oil on it. Can you see the oil? Yeah, I think you can. Like, these things are soaked in, I guess, machinist oil. What's up, Grant? Welcome. Does it use micro spark plugs? Yes. They are here. Oop. There you go. Little tiny guy. Those were sent by Gas Masher. Okay. Number 1. We need the super thin Phillips. Can you kind of hold yourself? Yeah. Hold it. See, that's good there. The mouse just went flying. Handle on that. Let's see if this little guy's gonna do what it needs to do for us. Now we need to tighten the adjuster nut. I didn't even think about that. I don't even assume I. No, I'm going the wrong way. I assume I own a 5mm like actual wrench. This kind of sucks trying to use because it's just like all weird. All right, well I guess we'll do that next week. Let me see what I can find in 5mm to assist with that. I may have to get creative to get in there because we're trying to tighten those, and the issue is there's all kinds of shit in the way. So having that big ass head on that quote wrench is not in our favor. So let's a lot of these are about to fall off. Again, it's like just existing, they want to fall off of everything. Alright, well in that case, let's see, we got the pulleys on. Got that. Now we need the mouse. Sorry, what's hanging 2 inches from the floor there, Falma? Well, if we need a 1-inch impact, I've got one out there. It's about, well, you can't even see my hands. They're so far off screen. It's about 1.5 feet long. You fucking hold that like a goddamn Tommy gun. It's a big boy. I got that from Phil. Phil found like an extra one. He's like, you want this? I'm like, sure. Just needs a, I believe it just needs to get repacked. Alright, timing stuff, timing heads, intake stuff, carburetor, distributor, those pulleys. Alright, this set of pulleys. Alright, now we're up to here. They're actually mounted. Now we have to figure out what's going on because their instructions show completely different fittings than what actually fit on here. So that's cool. The instructions show 2 fittings on the top and 2 fittings on the bottom. Problem is we have 2 fittings on the top and a bigger fitting on the bottom. I guess we'll see what they sent. Love this. Like, if I would have known they were going through this many revisions of shit, I would have waited 6 months before we bought this. But you don't know until you buy it. Yeah. Alright, so this is saying... Where's the... Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's another screw. 1 piece... 2.5 by 4 millimeter. That's right, I forgot there was a screw in the back. I don't see it in here. That's good. So another screw that's just doesn't really exist, but let's go ahead and put that on. That'll help. That's the 3rd screw for the pulleys. It's right in there. Forgot about that. But it's not there. So let's see here. 2.5 by 5 by 4. So probably 4. What do we got here? We have 4. And how does that look? Looks like a 6 would work better. Because that's a thick bracket. Looks like that bracket might be a little bit thicker than they remembered, or whatever this revision is. Yay. May have to loosen those 2 back up, which sucks. Gonna line up. I think it's going in there. It almost feels like it should be a 3 millimeter though. No. Woo, wow, that's... Yeah, we're gonna have to unscrew, but loosen these for sure. Holy crap. Just pulled all the pulleys out of whack. Because this needs to move since it has all the hardware in it. Come on, man. Alright. Let's take this up. Yeah, they're pretty much just as close. Pretty snug. Now we can tighten these back up. It does not look like they made any indentations in there. They're not even worried about it. Ah, shit, top of the hour. Oh. Yeah, let's do this one. Cheers, everybody. Top of the hour toast. Appreciate you hanging out. I had stripped on that one. I still got to get a better set of Allen keys. I just got to get to the goddamn store one of these years. Grab a fresh one. Where those sixes go? Let's put those away before they get lost. Ew, I just had a vision of you walking down the aisle to A-Team theme music. What? C2S is still pissed at me. What? I told you she said she was 27. I didn't know she was dyslexic and meant 72. Oh. Sorry. Keep forgetting the center is pushed out when I'm zoomed in that much. Wow, this is terrible. Is this the right or something? Yeah, it's a good fit. I mean, black ones are usually better than the silver ones because they're harder steel, so they won't strip themselves out as quickly. Cheers and toast. Yeah, I could actually go for some toast. Okay. We got that on. We got that extra guy in there. All right. Now we got to figure out the fitting situation. Are you? There's no. Pump is fine. Like, we didn't take any nozzles off this pump, right? Because they're making that sound like it's supposed to come with the nozzles attached to it. There are no nozzles on it. I know there's some in here. There's that weird, where is that? There's this weird thing here we still got to do. On one of the, oh, it's on the other pump. That somehow goes with that pump at some point. There's our valve covers, whatever that is. Our headers. And our ignition box. Let's do a little consolidation here. Headers there. Still don't know what those two strips are for. Actually. Empty bag. Empty bag. Wire thing. Let's put the headers in there. CDI box. There. CDI box. Yeah, all the distributor wire. Put that in there. Get that. Keep that over there. And I need those. Oh my god. What nozzles do we have left? I know there are some in here. We have one gold nozzle. That would be the bottom. And two, actually three straight silver nozzles. Okay, so we're going to be okay. Let's see. All right. So they just didn't put them on the pumps, and they included one big one, so at least pump situation matches. Okay, this little guy in here. Scratch our leg. No promises, but Thursday night maybe pancake night. What MRE will you be using? That would be pizza slice cheese. So from my understanding, it's basically cardboard cheese pizza from school. And I'm good with that. Actually, I remember liking that. I guess we'll see. My tastes have changed, but I do remember liking that. Interesting. These have gaskets on them. That one didn't. Guess we'll see if it leaks. Bunch of nozzle jockeys. Thursday is barbecue night for Mr. S. Nice. My grandfather said my generation relies too much on the latest technology, so I unplugged his life support. Oh, very nice of you. Trying to conserve energy. That doesn't quite fit. 5.5 is too big, but it's working. Huh? Wonder. Nah, that's in the work van. Let's see if I can get a hold of an ignition wrench set. Maybe they sell a skinny set. Because you can buy sets of wrenches that are this skinny. I'll see if they have an ignition set, which basically would be these sizes, but all separate wrenches. If not, I'll just see what I can get. Small, thin wrench set just for in here. Should work. That's pretty tight. Alright. No Mr. S tomorrow. That's alright. Please turn the 4 screws to come out. Please loosen the both sides. Are you fucking kidding me? Douchebags. Are you kidding me? See if they made that any easier. Saying there's a very good chance that we may need to use a fucking puller tool to get this off so that we don't damage it. Like, I don't have any fucking thing that small. I would definitely have to order that if we can't just pop this off. Like, I'm fine pulling on it a little bit, but maybe I'll try to pry on it and shit. Let's see if we can pop it off once we take the screws off. Might get lucky. Maybe that's something they sorted out. If it's that goddamn tight, just open a tolerance up like, you know, fucking 5,000s. You should be fine. Yeah, they should. There, Franco. They should offer a. I think they should offer a kit that comes with every tool. Obviously, every engine you buy, you may not need the tools with it. They should offer like a little toolkit. Like, why not? Something's loose. The gear is loose, and I do believe I see a set screw. Okay. Right size. It is. Oof. Oh, there we go. Didn't quite work the way they wanted it to, I don't think. But where's the clampy thing? Goes over the thickiness. I don't know why they couldn't do that. What was that? Hello, Scruff and gang. Hope everyone is well. What's up, Paul? That's weird. On this thing, it didn't show it as an alert thing. Like, if I didn't hear that, I wouldn't have known. That's weird. There's a flat edge in there. Where's the light? Oh, I had a. Oh, there it is. Let's see. There it is. Straight up. Straight up.
Oh, baby, that's nice.
No, that's all the way in. Oh, there it is. What do we got here? What's nice? Holy shit, fuck. Pardon my French. Ed, what is up? Zenzinger with 50 freaking gifted memberships to most of the people on YouTube. Much appreciated, buddy. That is fucking awesome. Ed always loves to make an entrance. Appreciate that, buddy. Was Franco leaving? Oh, Franco's out as well. Have yourself a good one there, Franco. Oh, yes, he did, he says. That's kind of what Ed does. Alright, so we got that sorted. Tighten this back up. These are these, and that's just going. Is that going to actually hit 1500? No, actually, yeah, that's like subscriber things, not member related. But yeah, wow, that's still going. Big Mac Mike, nice. Is it good? I think it stopped. Whatever. Much obliged there, Ed. Much appreciated. Yeah, it should be like that. We'll go towards some of our next projects. Hopefully we can find other, get some Lego stuff done next. Maybe do, a couple sessions of Lego, then maybe possibly start investigating other engine stuff. But like, from companies that support their customers, maybe. Why is that all jacked on there? So you can machine that all perfect and whatever, but can't give us a little extra. Oh wow, this thing sucks. Why is this not working? It keeps getting like cockeyed. There must be a notch in this gear that I can't see. Ooh, look back up a minute. Still won't give you stuff there, Frank. It depends. Is that your brand? That's your brand, then no, it won't give you anything. I'm not seeing an obvious thing. I don't think there'd be any like precise alignment. Unless it's just that tight. I don't remember being that tight on there either. Unless I put the gear on backwards. I'm pretty sure it was like that. Hold on a sec. Let me take a look at something. We're going, yeah, so just bring this over. Let me go backwards here real quick. Let's see how that pulley looked real quick. Oh, good. I took it apart just off camera because I'm a fucking dumbass. Let's see. Still taking it apart. Let me just see it before I take it apart. How about that? Somebody's making noises. What do we have? What happened? What happened? Give a toast. All right. That was it. 420? Oh, yeah. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. S. Appreciate that. Hope everybody's having a good day. What's up, Norman? All right, where's the thing? I'm like fast forwarding through it here, trying to see if. Oop, oop, yeah, it was right there. It was like all up in your grill. Yeah, that's how it was. It must just be a really tight fit. I mean, pulley is one correct. So it's just a fit, that's all. Well, let's get all 4 screws in and evenly pull. Because there's no notches in the aluminum. There's nothing to prevent it from pulling up except for a tight fit, it would seem. So, oh no, there it is. Let's just put all 4 screws on, tighten evenly, yada yada. Actually do this over the camera. Or under the camera. Under the sea. Oh, Gog ain't man. What up, Gog? I'd find someone to start calling Gog. Why are you calling me Gog? Hey man, it's Norman's fault. Who the fuck's Norman? Don't worry about it. Just know that you're now Gog. Do 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 do. Yeah, suck it up. Oh, this one's got to come up a bunch. There we go. Yeah, so that's just all tight fit stuff. That's all. Mr. S needs a new beer. You should remedy that situation. Yeah. Oh, not yet. Not yet, Jack Attack. You gotta get them all snugged up first. Okay, now click. And torque wrench. Click. Click, click. Oop, double clicked it. My bad. Click. I can see a little gear in there moving. A little droplet of oil in there just to get lubied. Oh, it actually feels better too. That was pretty dry, I guess. Right, cool. That off. Like that off. Okay, so now this is the oil pump, right? Sure as hope that doesn't take a fucking straight silver. Where's the mouse in the house? There's the mouse. Whoa. I didn't say anything, so that's probably weather. Let's see. Alexa, what's my notification?
Good evening, Scruff. One new notification from Amazon. U.S. National Weather Service has issued an air quality alert for Essex. It'll be in effect until June 12th, 5:15 p.m. EDT.
Oh no, an air quality alert. I hope I'll be okay. Alright. Assemble the fixed bracket according to the diagram, then tighten the screws in the front. On both sides of the what? Oh yeah, position the thing is way on the drive down. These instructions are fucking horrible. Starting to wonder, these people on YouTube, like, did they get sent like assembled engines or something? Because holy shit. Now, in case you didn't know, the monstrosity of instructions are in the description. All right, 20, 29, 30, and 31. Over here. Where's my tweeze? Bad part about stream elements, it doesn't highlight names when at is used. Yeah. I don't think... Alexa, search BBC.
I couldn't find BBC 2.
Yeah, I gotta see how this does with highlights. Somebody, like, actually tag me. I want to see if it highlights on the new chat thing. I don't know that we've tested that yet. It's 30. 29. That's 31. There's supposed to be a washer? One piece. Really fucking thin shit. No, that's like a... Oh, it's a bushing. Okay. Very, very, very thick washer. Yeah, it doesn't actually highlight it on this. I'll have to see if... thank you. But you have to see if... there's a setting for that, because that's kind of important. Because I tell y'all to tag the shit out of me if something's going horribly, horribly wrong. Which happens a lot. 21 is that long ass silver screw. Right. So we have 20. We have the pulley. We have the bush. That's just a standard pulley. We got the big bush that barely fucking fits. Jesus. Alright. Install and adjust angle, tighten these. What do you mean after install? It doesn't tell you what the fuck I'm installing them into. I hope I can reach the tubes when I'm done. And why is there this 8,000-inch bolt on the back of it? Complain! Oh, I'm adjusting my my view there so I can make sure I can see when I'm like doing shit down here going, oh, look at this, isn't this great? Oh, yeah, shit like that. Alright, like it straight up does not tell you where to actually put this. You just gotta look at some picture and fucking guess. And that doesn't work because the okay, well, one, the picture's backwards. It looks like it did it in selfie mode. Oh, what? How the fuck? Oh no, they have it like this. Okay. Okay, so this. I guess that nut that they don't talk about that was in here. I'm guessing that's for the back of this. I guess that goes there. What the fuck? Or does that go like this? Oh, is that the adjuster? And that goes. Okay, so do these three line up? Yeah, yeah, okay, good. Yeah. Alright, so it goes like that. What? Allen key. Get this the thread straight. There we go. Still got some holes there in the block. Hopefully whatever goes there we can address. Alright, can I reach the... No, we should put the top fitting of the oil pump on first. If they don't show what the fuck it is. Alright, okay. Top fitting is a straight up fitting. Alright. I had to scroll down to like near the bottom to find that picture. What the fuck? Frustration. Alright. And yeah, it would have to be like that. So that's that. We have a straight up fitting here. And it looked like, I believe, a 90-degree on the bottom and on the block, which they also don't show any reference to installing. That on there, on the bottom. Bottom is, I'm gonna make this bigger. Bigger. Bottom is, what in the, God, Adobe is so fucking weird sometimes. Yeah, that's a 90. Small 90. I guess. Just whatever the fits, I don't know. What do we got? That's like just two standard 90-degree fittings. One, okay, one is already there. Okay, that's good, because there isn't another one. It's facing the wrong way, that's fine, that's easy enough to adjust. And then that fitting goes here on the bottom. Which should be fine to install afterwards, but you know what? If we can just do it now while it's sitting out. Ain't no reason to wait. So, and we'll aim it once we kind of get this on. Just be kind of out and back. That's going to be a lot of down actually because of that bracket. So that'll be like that. And something. What is this thing? Okay. There's a big noise. What in the fuck is this doing now? What the big noise? Oh, we got a stretch from Norman. All right. Oh, yep, 1 hour stretch. Appreciate it. Everybody, let's get a stretch going. Like, yeah, this is going to be for everybody from now on. Like, everybody, just take a little stretch, you know? Oh, ooh. Yeah, everybody else, anybody else do that when you, like, hug the arms of your chair and, like, flex the bottom of your back a little bit? That's a nice one. Oh, fuck yeah. Good call. Good call, Norman. Norman on the scene. All right, so that's a different oil pump design. That's cool. All right. So that's not really going to help. So why did this work last time, but it's not working this time? Okay, there we go. Just needed to be the little. Well, that's way the fuck off. What in the? Well, let's see what happens when we tighten it. No, that's way off. Can we get a little bit of stretch there? We getting something? At least get the threads started in this to try and figure out what in the fuck is going on. There we go. All right, now the height and everything's starting to sort itself out. All right, so that's in there. That's there. That's our tensioner. Okay, so that's the tensioner, not that dumb shit I was thinking. Okay, good. Let's put the tensioner nizut on the back. Back here on the booty side. Shrink those pictures back down. Do that one more. Scoot this back over to make sure I am not where I'm at and I'm up here. So you can see. Come on, little guy. There you go, boy. Come on, you good boy. I better be careful around him. He might come running in. Oh, good boy. That's what I say to him all the time. Hey, you good boy. Picked him up today. Was every once in a while he'll let you pick him up, and when you do, you get them scritches right. Like he just melts, and he's just like. Then other times you go to pick him up, and he's like, "Boo!" Is the right size, or am I just dirt? I feel like this isn't the right size. Is this? Do they have any reference to this fucking thing? Because I'm just kind of guessing. Nope. 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 Man, you are fucking on your own on these directions. Holy shit! Like they don't even reference like what nut fits this. So let me try one of these 2.5s since we got a bunch sitting here. So yeah, I'm not saying this in any kind of a racist fashion, but I hope the next engine we build was made in America. Because it's definitely translation for Legos, for any kind of kit making stuff. There is a lot lost in the translation. That is for sure. That sucks. I think that's 2.5 inch. Where's that? Feels closer. I think that's a 3mm. That fits. Alright, so that's something else that's, I guess, been changed. Yeah, now it matches the bracket. That's fine. Alright, but this fitting down here needs to kind of do that. This one. I'm gonna point down and back and apparently make a little U. I guess we'll see how flexible our tubing is. There was a picture of it somewhere. Oh yeah, that horrible fucking picture. Okay. So those get tied together with a hose. Where's our hose? Which box did that go into? Oh, here's some. And this is the smaller stuff, so that is relatively flexible. Give it a little extra slack. That seems like that's pinching it more. Right there. Come on, little fella. I always cut it a little long. They actually work better if it's short. Or we're getting ready to order more hose. Or both. It looks like. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. Okay. So we can tighten these exactly in the position they're in. Nice. Nice. Oh, off to get some sleep. The drugs are kicking in. Good night, Scruff, Skang. See y'all soon. Take care. Good night, buddy. Get some rest. Now they're talking about getting a belt on. Let's see. Where is the belt? That was in a bag. Yeah. And then, yeah, we're definitely, it looks like we're cutting our own spark plug wires. That's, like, pretty sure you know how long they're supposed to be. But, okay. Take care of that for you. Alright, so we got belts. That's there. Are we missing? Oh, wait a minute. Where's the alternator? I didn't think about that. The alternator. We gotta put the alternator on here. We already fixed the alternator, right? Yeah, the alternator's already been changed over. And it's got a different belt as well. So, let's put that over there. Let's grab this alternator and stuff. Let me open the alternator directions and let's get all the accessories on the front. See, they don't even show you hooking the coolant lines up to this stuff. What the? Come on, man. Like, they don't even show you where the hoses go. You gotta look at pictures of, like, post installation. Like, there's all kinds of hoses missing on here. Hold on. So before we do the alternator, let's get all the rest of these hoses on. That's really frustrating. Alright. So this. I'm supposed to go to there. Right? Looks like it. We're just barely going to clear the belt. Alright. I don't actually know how much clearance we're going to need. Do it like that. That's pretty tight in there. That's probably pretty good. Alright, so those are done. And now we have to do, there's another fitting here for the water, like kind of important to know. But I feel like we're out of the right size hose. Let's see. Like we've literally wasted 2 inches on it. See if there's any more in here anywhere. I don't know if those one kits came with extra. Oof, just crashing everything. Alright, this has some extra hose in it. Alright, that way we can keep going. Cool. So this. Oh, I've never understood the, oh, this is collared fitting. Okay. On that shit. Like, why is this one collar fit, but the other ones aren't? Like, I don't. That's not working out. Welcome to Plastic Surgery Anonymous. Nice to meet you. So many new faces. There's so many new faces in here today. I hope those holes in the block are, well, yeah, they're blind. All right. Leave that boosh. That one goes where? Huh? Boy. See, let me zoom in on this one here. there's another fitting. Oh my god, there's a fitting behind the distributor? Are you kidding me? And that's right where this other hose goes. Alright. So this one goes behind and under. You just got that tucked under the distributor. Right about there. Let's see what that does for us. Oh, that's good. Good angle, good length. Alright, where's that other bit? See if we can get the hose on here. See if we can get this to thread on without having to take the stupid distributor off again. What's up, Renex? Watching you build this reminds me that I've got an 8th scale Lamborghini Countach LP5000S model kit by D'Agostino that I need to build at some point. That's cool. Building stuff is fun. When I lived in Florida, the Free Weekly magazine had an ad for laser vaginal rejuvenation. Sent that one in for the headlines on the night show. And it exists because somebody uses it. I might be able to accomplish this with a thinner screwdriver because the plug, the connector for the harness is in the way. Set this up. Hold on, move that. Make sure y'all can see what tomfoolery we're dealing with here. Not loose, and that needs to go right there. Okay. It'll be an interesting bend. Been nice if they'd have sent like Tyvek hosing. Did that? You fucking kidding me, man? Like I barely hit that and that fitting just snapped off in the fucking oil pump. Oops. Like what the fuck did I pay? I'm sorry. What the fuck did we pay for here? Dude, this fucking kid is not a $2,000 fucking kid. So, like, does this list what size fucking fittings these are? Didn't hardly see in the pictures where they were. Where were they at? They were in that one. Oh, there they are. Metric 3. So they're metric 3. Okay. That is a fucking joke. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to extract that shit too. It shouldn't be bad. I don't think it's super tight, but like, are we fucking kidding here? already got it out a little bit. I can get like something in there to extract that. Alright. Let me. I have to go deal with actual extractors. Let me try something else. I could see like if I, yeah, it's out. That's coming out. I could see if I fucking like dropped this bitch, but like I just, like I had my thumb in there and it just went. Jesus Christ. Let's save the pieces. Oh, the other one's in the fucking hose. Well, it's now pinched in there for prosperity purposes. So, see if I can get that off. Not breaking any fucking thing else, I guess. I can't believe how cheap these fittings are. I figured they'd be like good steel fittings, because you know, engines. This might be one of those things where it just doesn't come out. Well, yeah, I'll order some more hose while I'm at it. Let's see, I'll have to figure out what size this is. Small. Okay. Well, we got the hoses on that side, on that. We can deal with that later. Let's see if we can do something with this alternator. Where are the pieces? Let me put these two pieces over here. A little out of the way. And I'll see about getting some of them ordered, I guess tonight. Alternator. That means we need alternator instructions. This is, yeah. Okay, those are alternator instructions. Okay. Dismantle alternator. That's. Oh. Okay. So the alternator one doesn't actually tell you how to install the alternator. Is there alternator directions like in the engine part? Nope. Just pages and pages of shit that didn't get translated. Fucking right. Interesting. I could have sworn I saw instructions for the alternator. I wonder if they're with the tachometer? I thought I saw directions. No, they're not with tachometer. Alright, so we're just freeballing the alternator. Guess we'll see what we can figure out. Freeballing. Wow. Hey, everybody. Walking out. Okay. Guess that'll be good. What was I gonna do now? Where the fuck were we going with this damn thing? Oh, right, alternator. Alright, the alternator with the gigantic wires hanging off of it. That's that one. not to break this. I'm actually genuinely concerned about breaking. Alright, let's see here. Back in the day, you used to get upgraded kits for toy model cars. The upgrade kits were about 5 times the model price. You need one of those kits for this kit. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. Yeah, that probably goes there. That's the only... That goes in there somewhere. Like, they don't even give you belt routing with the alternator. Like, what in the fuck? And their belt routing is not conducive for the belt. That whatever. So, alright, I guess let's take the alternator belt. Let's route it the factory way. Like, why they show it to you sideways? I don't understand. Okay. We welcome to Baltimore. Guessing they're close. Right. So this is what we got. So somewhere up here we got to get that alternator. Get that all the way in its groove. There we go. So it's going to be somewhere up there. So there's a lot of little pieces in here that would have been great to have some explanation. Will this kind of sit? Kinda, yeah. All right. Oh, that's right. Some of these were parts from the alternator. That's right. Okay, so we're dealing with 2 screws, a bushing, a wishbone. So this is going to be on. This is our pulley. Right there. Let's get that loosely on. That will, I imagine, help guide us in our search for wherever the hell this goes. Drop that set screw. Let's put that up here. We'll put that on when we need to put it on. That means that's in, that's settled. This is somewhere over here. Oof. Is that going to be high or low? Guessing that's going to be right against there, ain't it? Well, that may actually, I may have to put that pulley on backwards. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have this. This should be on a pivot somewhere with the alternator. Okay, we have this bushing, I'm guessing goes inside the wishbone. No. This goes on that. Yeah, that goes on that piece there. Okay, let's get the belt out of the way. That's where that goes. So that is our initial guide or guidance. Wait. Oh no, okay. Let's see. Do I gotta take this whole fucking thing apart again? But no, this slides out. And once everything's in place and tensioned, I'll tighten up that. this? Yep, perfect size. All right, cool. This torque back down. So on this, the oil pump is one tensioner, like the stock tensioner, and then the alternator is another tensioner. So let's just pick a setting for the oil pump for now. Put that there. Where's my spinny wrench? Does this go down that small? Nope. Yeah, this thing is terrible to use. Alright, well, it's vaguely snug. Actually, let's just use this. I can actually reach it with this, and we can actually get some tightness, some actual snugness on it, maybe. There we go. Get that a little bit more. Oh, that's taking a bit more. Do you like taking that? You'll take a little more? Yeah? Yeah. What you like? Yeah. Why is that sitting all fucking weird now? What in the fuck is going on with this thing? I was wondering why it kept going after it felt tight. It just like flicks the shit out of this whole thing. What are we doing here? Why does that seem like... How this thing just... That won't go back. Oh, it won't go back anymore because it's fucking hitting a thing. But that means this can't go back enough, and when it does, it bends. So there's too much shit in the way. Because they changed the pump design. Now it's actually in the way of its own bracket. Alright, so I'm going to have to... Let's take these spare... The bushing things we took out of the alternator. Let's stack them behind that like a washer. Take this out for the 80th time. That'll help space that up so that the existing hardware, like all the little nuts and like the little nuts on the back of the oil pump are hitting the tensioner bracket. Cool. Like, who fucking thought of that? Some spacer action on here. But a nut on there would be too thick. And it would push out the other way. Hopefully 2 washers. How big is that? Actually, how thin are they? Let's see how that does. Actually, I think that's just about where we need it to be. Unless that's what... Oh no, this is for alternator stuff. Okay. Let's not put this. That is this one. Get this into a set position since we're going to be using the alternator. I presume as our main tensioner now. I can get this damn thing to tighten up. Pretty tight. Whoop. Alright, that's now tight and fully alignment is acceptable. Not perfect, but not bad. Okay. So this goes somewhere. There's threaded holes all over the damn place. But let's take the alternator. Wishbone. This can go pretty much wherever it needs to. Does it come with? Yeah, it did. It came with the through bolt, but I don't think it came with the a through bolt for the actual tensioner. It didn't. That's what the fuck. Didn't even include all the hardware for it. Like, what are we doing here? This fucking amateur hour here. Jesus Christ. Let's see where they want to put this. Probably somewhere that puts the wire in the absolute worst position possible. Where'd the swing bracket go? Cinnamon massage oil. Cinnamon massage oil. That's different. That's way the fuck off. Even if we use this bushing as a spacer somewhere. Let's see. No, we don't have any hardware for it, so we're just winging this shit. Oh yeah, we got hardware for that, but that's too short. So again, the hardware they included doesn't work. Because there is no way that's going there. Let me just... That's great. Okay. So maybe we can use this for the swing brackets and the bushing. Good fit, just is 500 fucking feet long, and those are blind holes, so that's not going to work. So this screw is pointless. Okay, what is this? The proper thread even? Alright, so it's definitely not meant for that. Okay, so this was meant for that, but it's the wrong size. Because, yeah. What's up, Jeremy? Bolt to the back of the alternator, then into the block. Let's use this 3mm. Bolt, which bolt into what alternator into what block? You mean the swing arm? got to be a picture of this somewhere. Not necessarily here. I swore I was looking at pictures of it in one of these manuals. Heading south on, yeah, sorry. Good call. Sorry, I'm scrolling through here now, just looking at other stuff. See, there's these blind holes here as well. I'm wondering if they want you to come off of that, but then that's going to block that fitting. Those are threaded. Alright, let's go with 2mm short. Nope. 2.5. Let's just grab a long fella here so I can actually hold one to it. Okay, so these are tapped at 2.5mm and are relatively short, not horribly short. So, where'd that little bushing go? Did I lose it yet? Not yet. Alright, good. Jeremy Harrington, 100 W2. Yeah, we should put that in some of them MDUs and see what happens. We gotta tighten this bracket as well, just to hold all that in. Let's do that real quick. Not this, yeah, that's Are you not entertained? Do the chirping birds please you? Tweet. So we know we need a slightly longer, looks like 3mm for the alternator. Everything is everywhere. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, slide up, slide up. For fuck's sake. Right. That being said, let's move this bolt. Let's put that belt back on. Try to guesstimate where they want this damn thing going here. How's the belt going here? Across the top, yeah, that. Up. This comes here. Wraps around there. Here. And somewhere up here. Belt almost fits better way low. then it doesn't hit that. Wiggle this up here. Okay, now the voltage, the pin output for it is now hitting shit. That's perfect. Do that. Reroute a little bit. Flip this around. Makes sense. Yeah, set screws on the outside. That's already tight. Yeah, smooths the teeth, but unless it's an idler on these, then they just let it roll. Get the fuck on there. Come on, set screw. You weren't in the way a second ago. Smaller. Cool. That up. Okay. Whoa, there's noise. What noise we got? I got the Twitch noise. Oh, give a toast. That's a 20 again. Alright. Oh, that's gonna change things there too. Okay, part of the belt slipped off. Good, even better. Cheers. Oh, you can see that. Cheers, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ash. Appreciate that. A little looser. Get that back on its pulley. This is kind of janky as shit. There's probably a different way to do this. Actually, like that wouldn't be bad. I would have to resolder the alternator though. Right, well, if let's say that's what they want, what happens with this bracket here? It is miles away from touching anything useful that I can see. Okay. Like, we would need another double-eared alternator for this to work. The way I'm seeing it, anyway. Unless... Oh, are they having you do this some janky-ass bullshit way? Hold on. Unless they sent the short bolt. We're not using fishbone. And we would swing... no, there's not enough room to do it like that. Or is there? Let's see. If we did that, then this little bushing would clear... Oh, no, it wouldn't clear that either. Well, shit, that don't make any goddamn sense. I thought maybe we were trying to catch this back here. But no, that doesn't work either. Unless this is supposed to be clocked differently. So if this was clocked different, let's say that was there. This was here. That was like that. That was like that. That's not going to work. If it was like that, that would probably work. All right. I think for the alternator, I'm going to have to find pictures. This, I figured it'd be kind of easy to figure out, but it's not. Like they're that, and the fact that we already know that they don't send hardware when they should is not really giving me the warm fuzzies. Okay. So what do we have left then? We have the valve covers, which obviously we got to do we'll do the adjustments there next week. I guess, oh yeah, we shouldn't put the spark plugs in because that'll make turning it a total pain in the ass. Let's see if any reason why we shouldn't put the headers on. I mean, we don't really need to, but yeah, they're not in the way of anything. No, they wouldn't even be in the way of the spark plugs. Yeah, we can go ahead and put these on. No reason not to. Well, let's see. I really shouldn't be rolling it around too much more. Just got to do that fitting. Place that fitting. Figure out the alternator fucking thing. There's that screw. Okay. Big magnet. You know what? I don't want to put these on. Like, they feel like they're metal, but they're really, really lightweight. I'm not trying to break fucking headers. Because that's not something you can get out of the book. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and wait on those. I am really curious where this fucking thing is supposed to go. Like, there's really nowhere else to put this bracket. Unless they want these brackets. But, like, I can't imagine they'd want it clocked different. The only other clock you could do would be if that was sticking out directly here. Right at the edge of that. That would put that up there. That would put the bracket down here. I mean, we may be able to go off the oil pump bracket at that point. Yeah, I don't know. Let me just see what they want. I forgot we're past that. We'll just see what they want us to do. Yeah, I don't want to put the aid intake on until we're done adjusting the valves in case any of these stupid push rods come flying off, which they seem to like doing for some goddamn reason. It looks like they're all on now. Alright. What a frustrating project. I mean, as long as it works in the end, that's cool, but this is a little frustrating to work on. I was expecting better. Oh well. Okay. That stirrer. I'm not gonna. We can't put the wires on. The wires will. Ooh, how big are these? Oh, those spark plugs stick out way past the headers. Okay, so doing the spark plug wires after we do the headers. That'll be better. Because then we won't have to wrestle the headers around the wires and unplug shit. Because I don't want to have to unplug anything more than once. Yeah, I'm all over the place anyway. Yeah, these pulleys are mostly lining up. Like every one of them's at a slightly different height. Oof. That should be fine. Give this a little tappy tappy. Make sure that's all the way back. Down in there. Oh, actually, yeah, that put it down just a pinch more. Okay. That's a little off. I don't think we can adjust that one. But that catches it enough that it won't fall off. So that should be okay. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Fucking engine. You know what I'm saying? Wow, that distributor plug is really fucking close to the belt. I hope it's sideways. Cool. Okay. Uh-oh, what'd I do? It mounts from the bottom. The bracket doesn't mount to the engine at all. Amazon large image shows it. The alternator mounts to the car, then you run the belt from the engine to the inner panel. Wait, what? Okay. Alright, well, then in that case, where's the alternator on the photo on page 35? 36. Oh, the real shot image? Yeah, like the alternator is aftermarket, but it's like offered by them. Find image. Okay, well, I'll find it later. I mean, at this point, we're up to 630. We're 37. They're saying it's in this manual. Like I see page 37, but I don't see an alternator. Is that what you're talking about? Or am I not seeing all of the page for an accurate page number? 27, 31, 32, 33. There on mine 37 is just Asian stuff. Page 37 of what? There. Yeah, my page 37 is just Asian lettering. Like, what is it? That's the page number on the bottom says 37. If I go to PDF 37, I see lots of engine pictures with no alternator. No, you know, there's no alternator on my page 37. I'll just find a picture somewhere of it. Like I don't see it in here. So I'll just watch a video, find a picture. Maybe somebody's got some instructions that make sense, and we'll get that sorted. I guess next time. Email. One moment. Drag that over here. Over here. Yeah, right there. That's cool. Thanks. Make that smaller. Do that. Oh, is that Norman? Yeah. What was it? Look at chat. Oh, well, there's look at. Was that that? I'm all over the place. Oh yeah, that was a Norman stretch. Okay, stretchification. Yeah. Okay. Good call. I missed a. Christ, I missed. How did I miss Chris's donation? Thank you, Chris. Oh, for 20 thingies. Oh, Yeah, I gotta figure out why this doesn't highlight like when I do stuff. Or when you tag me. Sorry. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to redo the soldering on this. Hold on. Let's where is the soldering? Let me desolder these wires. Try this with this picture here. See what we can do. I don't want to be looking about with these big ass wires on here and then break this little circuit board. Let's let that heat up. But let's see, it looks like it is. There's the wishbone. That's coming up to, where's the other bolts? There's the other bolt. That's other bolts. Ooh, don't go far ass. This. Right on with that, it was. Knock the engine over, asshole. I already know it's delicate. I think it's tucked right above there. That's just a slight bend of that bracket. Yeah, so these wires are in totally the wrong spot. They should actually be soldered backwards and then. Oh, wait a minute. Where's that show the other bracket? Oh, that's going down. Down. So that's that. The other bracket's there, and that's going down to something. What the fuck's that going down to? Where's... I need to get these wires off so we can continue playing around. What the fuck? Oh. Come on there, balls. Get it hot. She's hot. Right. That's hot. Soldered together. Woo, 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 woo. Fuck me, man. Just knocked a bunch of the hardware around. God damn it. Yeah, we gotta get this goddamn wire off of here. All right. Come on. Alright, it's too dry. Where's my solder? What a debacle. Shit. What's up, Alyssa? I was wondering when you'd stop by. I can't imagine all the dumb shit you've heard, especially since Chris and RME is lying about it. So, we've been using torches, like little tiny map gas torches. Like one bottle, like, you know, like it's a bottle that like this big with just a little nozzle, you know, heat stuff up. We were using those out in the parking lot for like the past year and a half. I'm just gonna cut this fucking thing. To remove gears off of motors when we're doing the master drive units. Well, for some reason, Chris decided to report us, saying that we should have had a hot work permit. Problem is, I had asked him and Jeremiah about a year and a half ago if I needed a hot work owl permit since I was welding in the parking lot and not in the building. Chris said he thought it would be okay, but I should check with Jeremiah. I checked with Jeremiah. Jeremiah said it would be fine. So we started doing that a year and a half ago and been doing it like all the time. Well, Chris got a bug up his ass, what, I guess at this point about a month ago. And he just saw us, decided he wanted to report us, and he got us banned. And from what I understand, it's been like somewhat chaotic since then. But yeah, that guy. Where'd that other bolt go now? Damn it. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, RME got us banned. And then he went and told everyone that we were welding in the parking lot, which we weren't fucking welding in the parking lot. So I don't know why he decided to lie, but he's already just causing trouble in general, so that doesn't, I don't really put that past him. So, yeah. Yeah, we did a whole show on it and everything. So yeah, Chris, what we think happened was we think he tried to get someone to give me a little smack on the wrist since he doesn't like me. But he got too many people's attention and got the one person that knows how to fix OES for 500 miles in either direction banned from site. So now Mike's back in there. And there's, got the other guys are back in helping out as well. But yeah, I'm done. Apparently I'm banned for 2 years. I was like, you can go ahead and make that permanent because I could give a fuck. I have no desire to ever walk into another Amazon facility again. They can go fuck themselves. So yeah, that happened. What's up, HVACR? Yeah, Zenzinger in here came in guns blazing a little while ago. I'll leave that kind of loosey-goosey. What is going on? Well, thanks, HVACR North. I appreciate the give back. Much obliged. Wouldn't happen to know where this alternator bracket goes now, would you? There. So I can see the nut and bolt and stuff go on that. Which would put that presumably over top of the maybe the adjusters. Like, do we like? Is this expecting me to take apart the oil pump again? Put this on? Like, I really feel like the only place this is lining up is one of the oil pump, like, assembly bolts. Not even a mount bolt. And I guess we can work with that, but yeah, that's literally the only thing it lines up with if you build it per the picture. Goes directly on the ARM YouTube. Goes direct. Alright. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna obviously I'm gonna do research before we fiddle fuck the shit out of this. I do appreciate everybody taking a look. That is very much appreciated. And I will let me copy that link before it goes away. Three of them. Thanks, HVACR. Or HVACR. Alright. So I got that ready. So let me research on this. That way we're doing it right. We're not fiddle-fangy fooking it. And from the looks of it, that bracket's going to get in the way of if I have to replace this hose. So that'll be good to wait on anyway. Let's make sure this hose is replaced in case I can't get the fitting off here, which is not looking very great. And we'll go from there. So leave that turned off. What we'll do is we'll figure out, once we figure out how this alternator goes on, then I will resolder the wires back on. in a more appropriate fashion. And I may try to get some lighter weight. I don't need wires that fucking thick for this thing. This is not some, this isn't a Nissan. So, alright. But no, that's cool. I appreciate the look there, folks. That is just unusual. Search on that, improving the Cison. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got one video pulled up. I'll see if anyone's got any tips on how to make this engine work. Yeah, work. Alright, let's go that way. Where's the mouse? It's that way as well. That's turned off. I gotta clean this up for MRE night tomorrow night so I can get the picture and get ready. We'll make sure I'll consolidate all this. Punch the microphone. Swing it on around. Now everybody's going to turn their volume back down. That was good. How am I going to run my amps? I'll put some caps on there, boss. We put some caps on there. We run them amps. Alright. Then we're back. Alright, well, at least we made some progress. Like, we got some more stuff done. I need to just buy a very, very tiny set of... Actually, let me write this on a list. What are we buying tonight? A tiny set of wrenches. 3mm fitting and more hose. Same size as fitting. Well, I'm sure I'll get more than one of those fittings in the package. Here, Lee just doing her thing, I'm sure. And we'll get a little more hose since we already didn't even have enough for the little runs they gave us. I don't know. Pancakes may make, we may have to just cram some pancakes in there. Yeah, you have no idea, Top Smoke. I was thinking about a camping thing. It's I'm fucking brain fried lately. Well, I don't think that quite counts there, Lockwatcher. Running around and being trapped somewhere isn't necessarily the fun kind of camping. On the game stream, when the chat is... Oh, yeah, I did I adjust that? Let's see. Where's big game? I may have fixed that. Oh, yeah, I fixed that. Because I moved the chat just into the middle so that there wasn't... Because I know a lot of people, your chat is here on the screen. So I moved big game chat like over here, and then my big ass head's over here, and blah, blah, blah game. So, the engine looks almost done. It kind of is. There's just always something little to button up because it's derp. Ish. I don't know. Either way. We got tiny wrenches for tiny hands. 3mm water fitting. Hoses. I guess that's all I'll need for now. Maybe there'll be like a fitting set that comes with a couple various fittings in case we need to get fucking crazy with some other bullshit. Okay. Can you unscrew the back of the alternator, turn it 90 degrees, and screw it back on? You can clock the alternator, but when you clock the alternator, it moves that you can't clock the... Sorry. You can't clock the plug to get the plug out of the way. And from the looks of it, from that one picture that's over there, it looks like the alternator wires are just creeping out from the block, so it looks like that's just kind of where that's going to be. At some point we'd always connect it to the B2. Yeah, this is going to be powering the B2. That's getting close. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna call that for the evening. I'm gonna go have club sandwich, turkey, ham, bacon, tomatoes, raw onions, lettuce, mustard, and a slice of yo mom's ass. So we should not have brought up the pizza. It's not so much of a sore subject. I haven't actually had to look at it in a little while, so. Oh. All right. So, everybody, again, Ed, thanks for, and HVACR North, appreciate the gifted memberships. Chris, I appreciate the donation. Paul, 16 months, appreciate the support. Well, he already left. But anyway, all right, y'all. Hope you had fun. We'll do the same thing next week. And I'll see you tomorrow for the pizza slice cheese MRE a little later. So, I'm going to get out of here, try and actually get some goddamn sleep tonight. Probably not going to happen, but, you know, we'll try. So, again, thanks for hanging out. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Be groovy to each other, and I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2,